Yo, my people, what's good, man? I'm just hitting y'all up again, bringing y'all a new story. Like and subscribe. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate the love. Yo, anyway, real quick, it's a dude out there in the game. He's a football player. He's young. His name's Shedeur Stevenson. He's actually like Deion Sanders' little kid, and he's like 20, I guess, young man. He about to go to the NFL. Now you know Deion Sanders been running around working for these colleges. He was working for a black school, and then he ended up starting working for a white school. So he's at Colorado right now. I think he was at Jackson State or something like that. It was a black school. So now he at a white school, and it's in Colorado. His son obviously went to go play with him. So his son trying to get in the NFL. The draft was last night, and they overlooked his son, which is kind of foul because the kid was trying to really get out there and put his name in the game. So they dissed him, and here's his little conversational response. Let's go.
Uh, we all didn't expect this, of course, but I feel like with God, anything possible, everything possible. I don't feel like this happened, for no reason. All this is of course, fuel to the fire. And under no circumstance, we all know this shouldn't happen. But we understand we're on the bigger and better things. Tomorrow's the day. We're going to be happy regardless. That's it there.
When you heard the people clapping for him, showing him love. And really, this is him. Like, they threw actually a party. And there was like a whole bunch of folks there with cameras and shit. So he really thought he was going to get on. You know what I'm saying? And I've been listening to some of the people commentating on all this stuff, seeing opinions about it all. And really, my opinion is the same of a lot of people where they say basically, his father, Deion Sanders, was a famous guy when I was young playing football. And they don't like him. You know what I'm saying? He's always had a way to keep himself in the game, in the limelight, or in the media, making a name for himself as a commentator, making his name for himself as a football player, and Showtime is what they called him. He actually was very successful. Even when he played against other people, he was able to still come out on top and become one of the tightest people, most important people in the game in the area he played. So he's in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, goodness, he's a famous motherfucker. So this is kid. Now it's in the future. The youngsters coming up, and now he trying to get in the game. And so I guess they trying to not make it easy for him. LeBron James' son is playing, and he is actually playing with his father. LeBron James' father. LeBron James could still play at a high level at his age. While the other guy's older, got injuries, he can't do that. You know what I'm saying? He won't be playing with his son at this time. But he wanted his son to get in the game, which also secure money for them in their families. He won't be the only breadwinner. His son will be carrying the torch, and it's kind of a little nepotism, but it's not because they want you to work for it. When you get there, you still got to put in your work, but not get chosen in the first round, then that guarantees he might not be a starter when he do get chose. So he going to have to probably get in there and then sit around for years until they put him up on the team to play. And if he ever get picked, because he might not get picked, that next pick is later on today. So he might not get picked, you know what I'm saying, and which will have him try to go out through it next year. So some of those people was talking about he's very arrogant or they don't like how he kick it. People be on your head when you're trying to get in the game. You're trying to come up. They be dissing you if they can. And these are reporters and shit like that. So it's people who kind of got a voice. You know what I'm saying? But, I still believe he's going to get in there. They even said Tom Brady was like the last guy who they chose in the draft that he was in. So, and he became the top football player to this day. Like, he got more rings than anybody in a football game. And that only because for hard work and never giving up and believing that you are the best and believing that you could beat anybody no matter who they call him. And then imagine when Tom Brady got in there, how many more people came in the game and still couldn't beat him. You know what I'm saying? He was the last pick. They had so many first round picks after the year he came in, and they still wasn't good enough to thwart him or overpower or overdo the amount of numbers that he was able to do as far as winning those titles. So when you got this guy, little young guy, he gonna get in the game. And like some of the people saying they don't respect the dads in America. You know what I'm saying? Most times you don't even see dads at people homes. You don't even see dads on media. You don't see dads on TV. A lot of times the commercials got interracial relationships where there's no father. They already set that up in America years ago, where they took the dads out of the homes and made the fathers, not be able to be around their kids and shit like that, unless you're on EBT or government assistance and whatnot. So it's already been set up. And when you see these major corporations like the NFL or whoever, they putting their money behind the mom. Oh, the mother, she's the one. And then you look around and the mother was not the one teaching this kid how to play no damn football or basketball or or any kind of hockey or whatever the game was. The mother was the one sitting out there teaching him and doing it. This kid had to learn, and the father helped him. It's a lot of fathers in the household, especially on the black side, that don't nobody talk about or even try to promote because of what it looks like. In America, they want you not to be, the dad not to be seen. And so it's just like that, but it's not the truth. We know that dads are in the household. I grew up with my father my entire life. Never had a time when I didn't have a father. God bless that. But, I had a lot of friends that didn't, and for whatever reasons, you know what I mean? But even when you look at the LeVar Ball situation with him being in his kid's life, all of his kids are successful. Two of them playing high-level basketball, and then the other one just got into the music game. But no matter which direction they went to, they had the confidence to go there. You know what I mean? And somebody who they know is going to protect them back home, which is their father. You know what I'm saying? So the dad had a lot of respect, and he has a lot of importance in the household and in the family. So when they just promote the mother, it's almost like they're kind of saying, when we take over this situation at this household, we running over the mother. We don't even want no father in here battling back. We don't want no father in here making a statement or trying to act like he got something to do with this. No, the mom is going to want this money, and you ain't finna interrupt this because we're going to make money off this kid life or off this kid participation in our game or whatever. So the dad will probably be like, hey, hold up. No, look, it got to be like, look, man, we were on the line right here. We're not going to move forward after that. And they don't want to do hard negotiations. They don't want to have to make the father be on their side or give him more incentive so he can convince his kid. So by having a mother come in there, she already worked for white people because she got to have a job. So she's not going to come in there and be too aggressive or even piping down, especially if there's no father in the household, because she's been raising a family by herself. So now this kid get this $1 million contract. He's almost like a dad in the household because he can financially support her and the rest of the kids of his other siblings or other family members. So they don't want a dad in the household because now the dad is going to be the person in control of that money. The dad is going to say, hey, you know what? We need to get back to this, or we need to work on that, or we need to build us this kind of community. And they're not going to do that. They come in there scouting, and they looking for kids with no parent, but one parent, and they're going to elevate them because she won't have a nobody to stand by her and rock out with her when it comes to certain kind of movements. And that sociological setup happens before the kid is even born, because those relationships are going to break up before the kid is 5 years old, and then the mother will be raising that kid on out. And that's just how it is. The culture is kind of crashed when it comes to families. But those people in the other culture, they capitalize off of it because they know that we don't stick together and shit. So it's like, okay, give us some money, don't give him nothing. Keep him out the house. The kid going to become the father of the household. Well, who going to stop that? The mother need money. She's tired of shit. She been working jobs. He a latchkey kid. They need the money. $1 million, millions of dollars. Come on. Of course they're going to go ahead and rock with that so that they can make sure that they secure their finances and don't have to look back and ask nobody for nothing. When the kid is great at his art or his gift or his team shit, they're going to be paid forever because he's going to get paid forever. Give him the shoe contracts, commercials, and everything else. So it's going to be a hard line to cross if you trying to keep the husband or boyfriend or baby father of the child around 20, 25 years into the future, when everything can go smooth and you'll be rich forever by not having them there, especially if the kid got this gift in the sports world. You know what I'm saying? So everybody don't make it, but you can tell how when it's a son or a father situation that it can definitely not be something that the kid can benefit from. So he's standing there at his party with a bunch of people standing around and he don't get first round trick. I guess that's not so much of a big deal. I mean, I guess they're going to pick him the next day. He's very talented. He got the lineage from the father and he should be in the game because most times in anything, even firefighters on down, if a white man had that job or that connection to that job, he's going to pass it to his kids. Filmmaking, you name it. It don't matter. That's just how it goes, even in Hollywood. We only got about 1 or 2 families where they pass it down from the young generation to the next generation as far as being in television or media, and that's only like the Wayans. But anybody else is not like that. Nobody can hook up their people or come back and say, hey, I just played a Mission Impossible 3. You, my nephew, you play a Mission Impossible 4. It ain't going to work like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but, the dads are important in the household, and we see what raising that kid Shedeur Stevenson did, the father being in his life, and been a success story and having money and taking care of his family. And now the kid get to go out there and step into his father's shoes in a new time, in a new world, in 2025, and make money and go and be a success story too. And he got a whole long future ahead of him. So getting in a place like the NFL is almost like a home base. Now he has a place to represent from. So it's important for him to pass that torch. So like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you.